And that right there is the end of night 2 of Wrestlemania. I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't take any notes at all. This was another instance where, for whatever reason, I just fully zoned out and just watched the show. You know what I mean? Like I took maybe like I took maybe what, like 3 notes, low key. All of them was the whole the whole part before the main event of WrestleMania. It was John Cena, Danhausen, Miz, Kit Wilson, all that. That was maybe the last and only notes I've taken. Because I just sat here and watched the show, enjoyed the show. So this is probably going to be a fairly short review. Partially also because it's only 6 matches instead of the 7. The results are actually a much more like forward, and yeah, it's been what a night, dude. Holy fuck. Holy shit, what a night. I'm just gonna break down the show so I don't lose myself, because I don't have the notes to break down. I don't have anything to break it down. So we opened up with Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, and it's everything I wanted. It's everything I asked for. It's everything I could have wanted. Maybe the only thing I could have asked for more was it to be just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I think it was like a 5-minute match, if anything. But man, if it would have gone a good 7 minutes, I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't have complained about that. But no, Oba fucking store. I watched him make his entrance, and I did get a little scared when I saw Brock make his entrance. I did get a little scared of they better not have him win. Don't have Brock win, cause the what? Sorry, I don't know what I did, but that hurt. I don't know what I just did, but that hurt. That hurt a lot. Anyways, yeah, so they make their entrance. They do a quick little stare off before immediately getting into the brawl, the fight. And Brock just starts to charge Oba. Gets into the corner, starts fighting Oba in the corner. Oba gets his little comeback. The fuck happened to me? Brock made Oba look like $10 million. Brock would run to the ropes, hit him with a clothesline. Oba no sell, just staring him down. Brock does it again, no sell. He does it one more time, and Oba hits him with a clothesline. Brock does a full-on flail almost out of the ring. At one point, Brock pushes Oba to be playing for fuck you, Oba. And Oba just shoves him. He does a full backwards roll into the corner. It's this is great. This is already off to a good start. But yeah, Brock takes the clothesline, rolls out of the ring, talking to Paul what is that? What was that, Paul? And Oba grabs Brock by the head. Brock, hits his neck against the ropes, and now he's in control again. Slams him into the post, into the barricade, into the steps. And, he's taking over Oba Femi now. He's in control now. Until Oba gets him into the corner, and he does his running uppercuts into the corner, which looks so cool. By the 3rd uppercut, Brock had caught him and hit him with an F5, and I got scared. That's where my heart stopped for a very quick second. He hit the F5 and it lands, and I was like, no, not like that, not like this, not like that. And as I'm thinking that, I'm looking down and I see Oba slowly crawling his way back up. I'm like, ooh, is this something? Brock turns around straight into a choke slam by Oba Femi. Oba pops him up to hit him with the fall of grace. And when I tell you, boys, Oba won. A weight has been lifted off my chest. I can think clearly now, and the world's a better place. Oba Femi beat Brock Lesnar, and even Oba made this moment feel like because everybody in the audience knew it was a big deal. Everybody in the IWC knows it's a big idea. I knew it was a big deal, but seeing how Oba sold through, he literally grabbed the ref like, "Are you fucking telling me I won?" and just started celebrating, dude. Like, he made it feel like the biggest moment of his career, and it really is. It's one of the biggest moments of his career, and I'm so happy he committed, because I was really scared. I was very scared they were just gonna have him lose, and they didn't. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Oba makes his way into the back, and then we get back to Brock, who's just sitting in the ring. He starts to take off his gloves. He takes off his shoes. He leaves them in the ring. Hugs his best buddy of Paul Heyman's, and then makes his way out to backstage. So Brock is, I think, done. I think Brock's retiring, dude. We won't know possibly till Monday, because he might not be there Monday, but if he is Monday, they might fully explain what's going on. But from looking at it how I saw it that night, right now, Brock might be done. And honestly, if that's the way that Brock retires, I wouldn't be that upset. I would like to see the Gunther match if they planned on doing it. I'd like to see it. But if that is it for Brock, what a way to call it a career. Give your momentum, your star power, your aura in a way, because he is a beast incarnate. Giving that to Oba Femi, the next beast incarnate for whoever comes to challenge him, is a way to go out, you know. And it was such a good opening, very good opening, and I'm happy I got to see this. I'm so happy. Now what do we do with Oba? Honestly, I don't know. If I'm a betting man and I'm willing to put money that I don't have on the line, Roman, instantly go to Roman. Instantly, Roman and Oba right now. Make it the Backlash match. Have Oba win. Might as well commit. Just shoot the rocket, strap it directly to his chest, and just watch him fly. Give him the champion. Amazing opener, and we got even better. We had the 6-man ladder match of Rey Mysterio. I was about to say Rey Fenix. He's nowhere to be found. Where is Rey Fenix? He was on the fucking Battle Royal, wasn't he? He was. He got eliminated by Taller. That's right. Anyways, Rey Mysterio versus Rusev versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Javon Evans versus Penta for the Intercontinental Champion. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm very pissed that it happened twice now. It happened with the Drew, honestly, in the same spot too. It happened with Drew and Jacob last night, yesterday. We had a commercial, and Netflix just stopped. And I missed damn near the entire half of this match. And I was so mad, dog. I came back to a very cool spot though. I came back to Penta throwing Rey Mysterio onto Rusev through a ladder. I came back to that. That was pretty sick. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what happened in the beginning of that. I didn't rewind it because I was scared I was going to miss a lot of things, and I wanted to be up to date as we go. But yeah, so yeah, Penta throws Rey, I was about to say Phoenix again, throws Rey Mysterio into Rusev. They both go through a table. A couple other moves and spots happen. At one point, JD McDonough gets up and delivers almost to the top of the ladder, a Spanish fly to Dragon Lee. Looked insane and beautiful. Penta comes back in at some point and hits a Mexican Destroyer on JD McDonough onto a ladder that was hung up between a standing ladder and a ladder that was like in between the little steps in the turnbuckle. That hurt. I know that hurt. And then Javon. Perfect camera placement. Because, they're focused on the carnage of JD and Penta. And it cuts back to Javon, who's looking up at the thing on the ladder like, this is it. They're going to actually do it. Yes! They're going to have him win. And then right before he can actually get to the ladder, Rusev grabs the ladder and knocks it over, having Javon just hanging from the title. And for a second, I thought right then, please, just unhook it, because this is your only chance, Javon. He let go. Like, that really was his only chance to win it at that point. Rusev took him out, grabbed the ladders to climb it, and Javon hits one of the cleanest, one of the most beautiful OG cutters I've seen. He jumps onto the top rope he jumps up onto the top rope, and jumps basically damn near into the ladder just to deliver a OG cutter to Rusev. Penta jumps back in, delivers the Mexican Destroyer to Javon, climbs up onto the ladder, and wins the IC title. He is still your Intercontinental Champion. It was a good match from what I saw. Also, I realized I didn't rate the other match. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Ola and Brock was perfect. Again, the only thing I changed is being maybe 2 more minutes longer. However long it was, I would have wanted just maybe 2 more minutes. But apart from that, perfect match. This also, from what I saw, a very good match. I don't know if I'd give it a 5 out of 5, but it was a very good match. Again, what I saw was great. And honestly, whatever I could have missed was probably great too, but I won't know. I haven't seen it back yet. I won't see it back until this video's uploaded. I gave it like a good 4 out of 5. I enjoyed this shit, dude. Here's what makes a match good for me. Obviously, the story. I like a good story in my wrestling. I love a good story. However, though, within that story or no story, if you're just doing shit, I'm gonna enjoy it. If you're just like that's why I really enjoyed, because as y'all know, I reviewed the Okay, I don't know why it just stopped. I saw that happen too. I don't know why it just stopped. What I was saying was, as y'all know, I reviewed the past 10 years of the best WWE matches, which you can click on, here, and be able to see what those matches were. You can click right here. It's up there. You can watch it now if you want to. Finish the review first, but you can watch it at that point. But in that match, I think it was 2016, where it was DIY versus the Revival in a 2 out of 3s falls count. No, 2 out of 3s match. That's what it was. I don't know where I got falls count anywhere. No, it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. And the first props I gave was how fast paced it was. Like, they were going until they each had a pin. And then by the time they each had a pin, that's when we started kind of working. Started getting real technical. But even then, within those technical moves, submissions, tag team moves, executions, it was still moving. There is rarely a time of pause within that match, and that makes me very happy. I love those matches where there's rarely a pause. And here it felt there was some that I caught. Again, there was the Mexican Destroyer to JD McDonough through the ladder, and they had a little bit of pause to show Javon taking in the crowd, looking up at the bell, and then climbing. So there's some pauses, of course. But I love a match that just keeps going and going and going. Those are my 2 favorite matches, if you can't tell. Again, story and fast. If it's fast, I love it. If it's story, I love it. Hell, I'll even say if it's a story that's very slow, I won't mind it. I'll let it build up, which we'll see in the main event. Yeah, Penta wins. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. This was a good show. This was a good match. And I'm very excited to see what they do with Javon in the future. Very excited to see what they do with him. I'm actually really interested to see what they do with the rest of them. Like Javon, I came out with, this is the future right here. And I'm now like, so what's going to be like the relationship with the Judgment Day and JD? What do we do with Dragon Lee and potentially Rey Mysterio? How is Rusev going to be like altered within this? Because he had a good showing. Rusev had a really good showing too. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out like, how do we elevate that? Because Javon already knows going to be the next best thing. He's only 22 years old. He's going to be here forever, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm interested in. How are we going to move forward with everybody else? What else do we have? We had the United States Champion match between Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. Sami had his entrance. It was fine. It's a Sami Zayn entrance, you know what I mean? Well, what can you do with a Sami Zayn entrance at a Mania? Nothing. There's something, but they didn't do anything with it, so oh well. And Lil Yachty comes out and does his very iconic concert stage walkout, and it was so cool to see that, to watch him. They literally did it from like backstage onto the stage of WrestleMania, onto the rampway, and it was like, that's cool. I like that. He introduces Trick Williams. He does his whole little, Bobby Roode spin with the line and everything. And this motherfucker had the longest mean white coat I have ever seen. Like, I'm talking, he was halfway down the stage and it was still following. I actually might, if I can find an image, I'll try to put it up because it's very funny. Like, literally, him and Yachty are just walking down the ramp. They're talking. They're halfway down. The camera just pans from above, and it's just a long white strip still coming from backstage. It's very funny. I like that. Whoever did that is a genius. Match starts, and I don't fully remember because at this point I was making me dinner. I don't fully remember how the match started, but I remember at one point, Sami Zayn got the offense and got Trick into the corner. He started beating him down. Ref, I guess, pulls him away. Yachty's like, "Hey, bro, you good? Don't lose, because that'll be very embarrassing." And Sami full on attacks Yachty, pushes him down, starts beating him up, and throws him into the barricade and everything. It's like, Jesus, what the Music Man do to you? Well, he did. Oh no, I know what he did to you. I know what he did to you, but come on, that's a little mean. He's not from here. He doesn't wrestle. Be nice to him. Trick really did feel like a babyface, and I know, and it is, yeah, mainly the crowd reaction to him. Because anytime Trick Williams did anything, massive cheers. Sami Zayn would do some massive boos. At one point, Sami brought out the fucking brainbuster onto the apron. Whoa, that's a little extreme there. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was fine, Yeah, he got involved, got an interference to help Trick. Trick was getting ready for the trick shot. Sami reversed it into an exploder suplex into the corner. He was getting ready for the haluva kick, and then Trick jumps up to hit the trick shot. 1, 2, 3. Trick is now your new United States champion, and I will talk about it. I'm very happy about this because I said in the last video where I was talking last night about WrestleMania Night 1. These were the two matches that the one match I got fully invested in was Oba and Brock, as you can tell. But this was the other match where I'm like, there's only one right choice here. There's one right choice to make this Mania good. Because Oba winning was the only choice you could have done. This one here too, if Trick would have lost, there's no WrestleMania review. You know what I mean? Because how could you? How could you? But yeah, it's a shame Javon didn't win though, because as I predicted, yeah, Oba won and Trick won. Imagine if they did it all back to back to back. It was literally Javon. It was literally Oba and Brock, the 6-man ladder match, Trick and Sammy. If Javon would have won, oh, that would have been a fucking stamp of approval for the future right there. That would have been amazing. Yeah, no, Trick is your new United States champion. Has a nice little lovely moment with his parents because they're there watching him win his first champion and his first Mania. That is wonderful. Yachty and them celebrate more. It was great. I really enjoyed that. We then got Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus the Demon, Finn Balor. I very much loved the entrances of both men. Both men's entrances was great. Dom comes out to a sea of masked men while he is elevated on a big ass throne, because he is the king of the luchadors. You know, he's the king of the luchadores, as he says. And he basically just walks down to the ring with just holding two flags with his army of masked men. It was a cool little entrance. I enjoyed that. And then the Demon comes out with a beating heart that's just on the floor for whatever reason. A nice glowing red beating heart that, you know, dun boom, boom, like however his entrance goes, however the Demon's entrance goes, like it was cool. And then he does his little arm thing. I like the arm thing. Makes me feel included. This match, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I fully missed this because again, I was still working on my dinner. I was making chicken, dude. Very good chicken sandwiches too. Yeah, I was fully distracted. I caught a handful of moments. You know what I mean? I got some of them. Like at one point, he Dom hit a. Was it Dom? Oh fuck! Yeah, Dom hit a suplex to Finn through two chairs. Dom hit the 619 with a steel chair to Finn Balor's face, which was a 2 count because he is the Demon and you can't kill a demon apart from Edge and what was his face? Roman Reigns. Why did Edge win that match? I'll never understand why Edge won that match against Finn. I'll never understand that. But yeah, you know, Demon is a demon. He comes back, he fights Dom to death, hits him with a coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, Finn Balor wins. It was a street fight, by the way. They just kind of offhandedly announced it in a way. It was just like, oh yeah, by the way, Adam Pearce said on the post show last night it's going to be a street fight. Here's your next match. It's like, no, why is it a street fight all of a sudden? Why? Anyways, yeah, Dom. I'm very curious to see what they do with Dom now. I don't know why I'm so stuffed up here, dude. I don't know what's going on up here. My nasal cavities. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what they do with Dom. He's no longer the IC title holder. His girlfriend is now a world champion. He lost his match against the Demon. He might be losing his AAA Mega Champion soon. I'm very curious to see what they do with in the future with the Judgment Day, dude. I think the Judgment Day is not over, but like one by one. We don't need you. You're stupid. Get out of here. They might kick out JD. Who knows? Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. I like Finn and JD as a team. I hope they do. Like, you know, reunite in some form, some shape or way, fashion. Yeah. And then Finn. I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do with him, because it's Finn Balor. There's a right answer to what you could do with Finn, and they never do it. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm so sorry. All of this is staying in because I don't feel like editing. I don't feel like it, so y'all gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, there's an answer to Finn, and it's really just, hey, have him win some matches. Maybe put him in the world title contenders, put him in the world champion contenders, and, you know, maybe win. And it sucks now too, because when he was fighting Punk for the world champion, there was a chance he could have been a world champion. apart from two, had it not been for two variables: one, WrestleMania season; two, Roman Reigns. Had it not been for those two components, we could have looked at a Finn Balor world champion, dude. I don't know why I'm saying dude. I've been hearing. I watched a video on YouTube where Jimmy was just doing the dude thing, and now it's stuck in my head. It's very funny. But no, we could have, if Roman Reigns wasn't the Royal Rumble winner and it wasn't happening at WrestleMania, you could have really pulled the trigger and make the argument for a Finn Balor world champion against CM Punk. I would have liked that. That would have been amazing. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with both Balor and Dom, because, you know, again, like I said, his girlfriend's a world champion now. He lost his IC title. He lost against the Demon. And then Balor picking up this win at Mania. I think it's his first win at Mania, right? No, he fought Lashley for the IC title at Mania. Yeah, 35, I think. Yeah. He was also the Demon there. Anyways, I spent too much time on that. I shouldn't have spent that much time on that match. I didn't even watch it. I was busy, man. I was making me food. The next match we got is our women's world champion of Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Now. I thought that the build to this feud has been you know what I mean? The build has been You couldn't pay me to care about this feud. This match, however, I thought was very good. I thought this was a very... Oh, I never ranked the other match. I'm sorry. I forgot to rank both other matches. The Trick and Sammy and then the Demon and Dom. The US title, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I liked it, but I wouldn't tell you to go out of your way to watch that match. It was fine. It was good. Nothing to complain about. It was just there. Trick won, which is the right choice. And then for the Dom and Demon, I had 3 out of 5 too, maybe even 2. And I'm only saying that because I didn't watch like damn near any of it. You know what I mean? So from what I saw, it was fine. Whatever. Fid won. Hooray. But yeah, so just because I didn't see it, probably like a 2 out of 5. It's fine. Anyways, now we go back to this match of Jade and Rhea. This match was very good. It honestly went longer than I thought. It should have gone a little bit longer because we definitely had time to kill. We definitely had some time to kill. So this match could have gone along. I honestly know. So okay, I'm going to get to the match, I promise. But I just had a thought in my head. It came out that the WrestleMania of night 1, and I didn't really realize it until it was broken down, because I enjoyed a lot of the matches that night 1 had, but I never really thought and considered and like realized, oh, these all are like below 10 minutes. Ollie Davis from Wrestle Talk broke it down for Stephanie Vaquero versus Liv Morgan. Both entrances, the ring announcement, and by the time the bell rung, had been almost 7 minutes, maybe like a little past 7 minutes. The match itself was 6 minutes. How did I not realize that? Yeah. And apparently within like statistics and mathing, they figured out like the percentage of how much wrestling was on that show. Because in previous years, it's been relatively half and half of like advertisement, video package, and then wrestling. It's been damn near halved. Because like they were going off of wrestling. Like the amount of wrestling I believe they said on WrestleMania 40, I think they said, or 39, I think was like 46 or 47. WrestleMania 40, I think was 43. WrestleMania 41, I think they said was, I think was 44 or something like that. This year's WrestleMania within the like percentage of wrestling to like from wrestling to like video package to advertisement, there was like I think they said 31% of wrestling. It was there was an hour and 27 minutes of wrestling on the show out of a 4-hour show. That's insane. That's insane. Anyways, I'm sorry. I really wanted to get that off my chest because I had been sitting there thinking about it. I like the night one, and it feels weird because I do like night one. I do, but I didn't really think about, the timing of everything and shit. That's wild. I'm very interested to see what the graph looks like for this, because I'll say, although less matches, I do feel like a lot of the matches actually went a proper time. I think the only thing that didn't actually go proper time that should have, honestly, I would have liked the United States Champion match to go a little bit longer. Maybe even the IC title match. Everything else was like, okay, that's fine timing. Maybe even I think basically the middle of it. The opening was great. I think the street fight could have. I think mainly the opening and the main event went the amount of time that they should have. Everything else in the middle, you could have added 5 more minutes to each of those matches. Maybe even 7 minutes to each of the matches. And I think that would have been 10 times better. But it's just me. Now we get to actually talk about the main story. I had a lot on my head about that. I could have made a separate video talking about it. I might still make a separate video talking about the WrestleMania's flaws and like the pros and cons of this year's Mania. I might do that actually. That seems like a great idea. It's a lot of work though, because I hadn't planned it in ahead. Now we get to the actual show. I'm so sorry. My brain, ADHD brain, crazy. ADD brain, sorry. Now we get to the match. I'm sorry guys, my brain ain't working well. Rhea versus Jade. I thought it was a good match. This is a very good match comparative to the build of the match itself was very lackluster, and I wish it was better. But yeah, getting to the actual match, very good. I knew Rhea was winning because Jade Cargill came out first. Jade came out first, and I said, you're not keeping that championship. That, and I also wanted Rhea to win. I predicted Jade. That's still in the history books of me predicting Jade, so that's not changing. But Bianca announced she was pregnant last night on Mania, and I said, well, there goes my plans for Jade to retain. Give it to Rhea and just reset the division. Just give it to Rhea and let's just fucking pretend none of this happened. There's nothing really all that important to like highlight in this match, all apart from, Jade works better with women who are, her equal. Like Rhea is tall and strong. Jordynne Grace on SmackDown, she's just very strong. She's not tall, but she's very strong. So it's a very impressive feat of strength to see someone of the stature of Jordynne Grace lift someone like a Jade Cargill. It's more, she works better with people who are her equal, her size, her build, her strength, hell, even stamina. Like I was saying, like the match, even with Naomi, who could definitely hold, who's not like the same stature or build as Jade Cargill, she can go the distance, she can hold her own, and it made Jade look amazing, which is why I really want a Bianca versus Jade, because it's an amazing dream match. And I'm 100% with that dream match for sure. But I also think just have y'all ever just like look at two wrestlers, whether that be separately, like maybe it's like someone will come out like that's a cool wrestler, and maybe like hours later you'll see another wrestler like, ooh, wait, if I could do that and then, seeing Jade and Bianca just kind of side by side. Or even when they did a like little standoff at the Royal Rumble 2023, when they did their little stare off, I was immediately like, that's the match. That's the match for WrestleMania this year. And they never did it. They didn't do it that year or last year or this year, because there's other things, but But yeah, Rhea won. Rhea is your new undisputed championship holder. I don't know why I did that. The takeover got involved at one point because of the hair. I thought Meechin was Bailey for a second. I was like, what are you doing here? Are you a part of the group now? And then she turned around. I was like, oh, you're already there. Okay. Ooh. I thought Bailey was getting involved for whatever reason. But yeah, they get involved. They're about to take out Rhea while Jade's distracting the ref, and then Io Sky comes out for the equalizer. Takes both of them out. Jade goes to hit the, what was her name? Jaded. I was about to say Storm Zero. That's on Osprey's thing. She's about to hit the Jaded. Rhea reverses it, tries to get into a Riptide. Jade reverses that. I don't remember what she reversed it to, but she reversed it to get Rhea up. Rhea reverses that, and then was finally able to hit the Riptide for the 3 count. I don't know why I'm so fucking stuffy up here. It's very annoying. Again, it was a good match. There's some matches that annoy me because it's never anything outright outstanding to where I'm like, this happened, and this happened. It was amazing. When it's a standard good match, what else can I do? Like, Rhea does some cool like kick strikes. Jade looked very dominant here. What else is there to say apart from the finish? And then like the parts that actually matter were like the interference. Io Sky coming out to equalize everything, and then the little sequence of Rhea winning. What else is there to talk about apart from that? But no, overall good show. I give it a 3 out of 5. This is definitely a match I'd tell you to watch purely to show you that, hey, the build not there, not good, didn't enjoy it, but I'd say the match kind of makes up for it. The match makes up for it a little bit, just enough to where I'm not offended by this match happening at all. You know what I mean? If the build was bad and the match was bad, you've wasted my time and I'm angry. The build was bad, the match was good. Okay, all forgiven, kind of. How dare you waste my time? But I'm not going to be mad at you wasting my time. That's where I'm at. I'm going to run through this very quick because I liked it, but I don't want to talk about it. John Cena comes out to announce the attendance. Somehow they gained 5,000 extra people for the night. Sure, dog. Sure, dude. And then the Miz and Kit Wilson come out like, no. See, you suck, John, because since you've retired, I've had to take the reins as the locker room leader with my Miz motivation of master, inspired, and zone in, and I'm not leaving until I have a Mania match. Out comes Danhausen. Yes, we get the Danhausen at Maniahausen. And you could have given me 3 attempts to guess what Danhausen's entrance would have been, and I think even all of them would have never came close to what actually happened. Danhausen comes out, and I'm gonna say, because they got to say it on live television. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett said it on live television, so I'm taking my opportunity. He came out with a bunch of midgets, just a bunch of little people, for whatever reason. And Danhausen then drives out with the Hausen mobile, and he finally gets to meet John. He's like, yeah, my name's Danhausen, and I really came here for you, Mr. C-Man. I'm a big fan. How you been? And just shakes his hand. I'm like, oh, this is what Mania is all about, boys. And Miz isn't happy with that. They start assaulting him. And at one point, Danhausen, Kit Wilson calls one of the little people toxic, does his little pose, his little hip swivels, and Danhausen says, that's kind of funny. Get him. He punched him square in the dick. That was very funny. I got a kick out of that. And they start to mount. Kit Wilson just started beating him up, dogpiling on Kit Wilson. Miz goes to attack Danhausen. Danhausen gets a handful of nuts, and then have the midgets. Oh, he hits the "you can't see me" thing, the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then had the little people carry him out of the ring. Have you ever been just kind of hoisted by little people? I wonder what that's like. It's scary. And then he disappears. After he disappears by running under the ring. We literally see him run under the ring. And Cena just has a little, man, retirement life is so much fun. It's like, no, it isn't, John. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, John. And then yeah, he announces that we're ready for the main event, which I'll get to in just a little bit. I need to extend my timing. Like usual, when I extend my timing, I never know how much I actually need. So we'll see if I use the full, 4 minutes I got myself. We'll see. But yeah, main event of Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. I really wish I took notes. Sometimes I just go into a state where I'm just watching, and then, if I remember, I remember. If I don't, whoops a daisy. Yeah, I was just watching the main event, and wow. Fuck the night one main event. That was cool. That's a WrestleMania main event right there. That is the fundamentals of what a main event of WrestleMania feels like, looks like, and should be from now on. It was so good. I'm not going to really get into the entrances because, of course, it's Roman Reigns and CM Punk. They both have great entrances. Let alone out of Mania, just on their own, great entrances. But yeah, the story here is literally, Roman Reigns, CM Punk's in Roman Reigns' head. But you're old. That's the whole story, basically. That's basically what the whole story is. It worked very well because they did a bunch of cool spots, again, I'm going to do my best because I didn't write nothing down, so I'm going to try my best to remember the main spots that happened. At one point Roman Reigns gets CM Punk hung upside down from the turnbuckle, hits him with a Superman punch that busts him up open, and then throws the stairs at him. Ref, is this also a street fight? Is this not a normal match? Ref, do something about it. Do something. Disqualify, but it's like, no, it's the main event. We gotta let it ride out. It's like, whatever, dude. All right, let him fight. But yeah, he hits him with the stairs, punches him in the mouth. He's actually bleeding. Punk is busted open hard way, dude. Why am I gotta stop. It's actually stuck in my brain. Dude is in my head now. I need to stop. I'm so sorry. But yeah, no. Another thing that happened was Punk climbing the top rope to do the elbow drop, and Roman stops and pushes him off the turnbuckle and is like, no, we're not doing that. You're too old to do that. You're gonna kill yourself, Punk. No, we're not doing that. What else happened? I'm actually really blanking. Oh no, the main event's slowly slipping from my brain. Why did I not take notes? There was a nice little sequence of pins and submissions. At one point, Punk was going for Punk was going for a spear onto Roman. Roman caught him in the guillotine choke, which then Punk was able to reverse that into the Anaconda Vice. Roman was able to break out of that after beating him up and then getting back into a guillotine choke, and Punk was able to kind of flip that into a pin, which he was able to break out of to then try to switch over to the sharpshooter, and Roman fought back from that. Punk was able to finally do the corner thing. He was able to jump off the top rope, through the announcer's table, and hit an elbow drop. Holy shit. That's wonderful. I've already run out of time. Oh no. I have to extend it a little bit longer. I'll do that in a second. He finally hits the elbow drop through the table. He gets Roman back into the ring. He hits him with a GTS. Boom. And Roman does the fall thing into the rope, falls right back into the shoulders of CM Punk. I'm going to extend it now. I'm actually running out of time. Yeah, somehow with less matches, I have more things to say. Ain't that crazy? Who would have thought if you do a pay-per-view very well, you actually have things to talk about? Wow. Well, also, it's the same thing if you do something very badly, because I like talking about bad things sometimes too. But the good things make you feel better. Anyways, I left off with, so CM Punk hits Roman with the GTS. He does the little, into the ropes, fall back onto the shoulders of CM Punk for another GTS. He gets him up, and he just collapses. Because, again, like I said, like Roman said, you're old. And so, Punk just collapsed. Roman gets up, slaps Punk around a little bit, and Punk slaps him back. And Roman said, fuck you, Phil. And he hits him with 2 spears to get the 1, 2, 3. Roman wins the World Heavyweight Champion. He is your new tribal chief, holding a champion again. And he is now the 3rd person, I think now, to hold both sets of champion, right? No, I'm thinking of separate champions, because Drew held the World Heavyweight and the Undisputed Champion, and I'm thinking of another one. R-Truth won the World Heavyweight Champion and the new SmackDown Champions. Roman's the 3rd person to win both forms. No, it was Io Sky too. Io Sky won the Women's World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Women's Championship. That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. And now fucking Rhea. Oh my god, this list is just expanding. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Roman's now like the 5th person to hold both sets of new champions. Golly, and R-Truth is on that list. Why is he there? He's your new World Heavyweight Champion. Celebrate with his family. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I did think The Rock was gonna come out and confront Roman about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought The Rock was gonna come out and confront Roman. It was in the back of my head. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but in the back of my head, I was just staring at my screen, waiting for anything, and then it actually just cut off for the Netflix logo to pop up. I'm like, okay, good. No Rock, good. This night of WrestleMania was better, and I'm willing to say this was the better night of WrestleMania because it felt bigger, it felt better. Like night 1 had the stars, had the big names. It had I Show Speed, it had LA Knight, it had Jelly Roll, it had Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch. It had had Paige, the Bella Twins. It had all Charlotte Flair, it had like the names. But when it came to actual like wrestling, when it comes to like what I expect from Mania, night 2 is like WrestleMania night 1 is a spectacle. It's it's glamour and glitz. Night 2 is wrestling. Night 2 is performance. And honestly, this is a great night of WrestleMania. So I'd give this, first off, that match 5 out of 5. So good. I'd give WrestleMania as a whole, combining the nights, out of 10, I give this WrestleMania a good 7. It's a good Mania, but you gotta fix some things to make it at least a better passing grade. But that'll be all for me, folks. If you make sure you like, share, you comment, you subscribe, turn on that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. I don't know exactly when the next normal video I upload will be, but that's why you gotta turn on the notifications. Take care, boys.